Early morning. We're fixing to hit the trail, but we had to come down one more time and check out Lake Superior in Rock Harbor. I bet it was a beautiful sunrise.
I bet it was.
I did see a lot of golden glow in the sky, but we just didn't make it down here for sunrise. All right, it's 2 new kayaks there. Those weren't there yesterday. And the other 4 are gone. Hit that water while it's still glass and make it to the next stop.
All right, today is day 3 at Royale. It's our second day of backpacking, and we're gonna be backpacking from Daisy Farm to McCargoe Cove. It's 8.2 miles.
We'll have to go across the Greenstone Ridge today. So
that's the peak of the island.
Yeah,
the ridge runs the length of the island.
A little bit of elevation going across the island. Right now we're on the Rock Harbor Trail, and we're crossing over to the beginning of the Manong Trail. All right, let's get a morning view of this shelter. We've got everything packed up. You can see my pack mule's loaded up.
Time to say goodbye.
But the sun is shining in here a little bit better, so you can see the inside. The shelters are awesome to get. We don't mind tent camping, but it's a little bonus to be able to get a shelter.
But I honestly believe you stay a little warmer inside the tent.
Oh, you do.
Than you do inside the shelter.
Yeah, we got cold last night.
Sometimes people set their tents up inside the shelter.
Yep. Tents are allowed in the shelter, not outside the shelter. Hammocks are not allowed at all.
Got to be in the tent campground.
In the tent sites for hammocking. All right, this is we're headed up to Ojibwe Tower, which is on top of Greenstone Ridge. We're getting an elevation first thing, but it's just a short burst, so it has to have a lot of elevation to get us to the top. I was hoping we would see a moose having breakfast, so I already had the camera going. This is just a beautiful boardwalk. Going across the marsh here, a little swampy spot. Oh.
I just saw a garter snake.
Really? So we've seen 2 small little snakes.
I didn't know garter snakes enjoyed the water so much.
Mm-hmm.
There's no telling how many leeches
are
in the
yeah.
swamp.
Pretty swampy.
There's another one.
Don't lose your balance and fall in.
A big old toad. Frog.
Oh, the ridge climb from Daisy Farm to Ojibwe was a little more than we anticipated. It's okay. I think we've crossed, this is like the 3rd ridge we've come up. Yeah, but look at this view we get. Oh my gosh. And we still haven't made it to the Ojibwe Tower yet, so let's get on up there. Whoa, guys, we've made it. Ojibwe Tower. I don't think it's the highest point on the island, but it is one of the highest points on the island. We've got some good views up here. And I get to take my pack off for a few minutes. All right. Oh, wow. Look over here. Oh, we can go up the steps a little bit. Yay. I just wanted to the right is Rock Harbor, where we came from. Lake Superior out there. And then on the other side of Lake Superior here is Canada. It's kind of hidden behind the clouds a little bit. Oh, we got Canada. on the Greenstone Ridge Trail. We're inland, pretty far. We're on the ridge right across the middle of the island. So we're up here in the trees and the bushes, but it's still a pretty hike. We get the great views from the rock outcroppings though when we make it to those. All right, we're walking across the boardwalk. We're walking through Chicken Bone Campground area. This is Chicken Bone Lake. Beautiful, beautiful. And this is our boardwalk we're on. Yeah, it's a little broken, but the ranger warned us ahead of time on that, so we were expecting it.
The bad board, really bad board.
Right there? Yes. Okay.
Well, we finally made it to McCargoe Cove.
Yeah, this day has kind of beat us down a little bit.
We were wore out because there was a lot of elevation change. We going across the ridge, you know, naturally you're going to hit some of the highest peaks on the island when you go across the ridge. And not only did we hit the highest peak, but there's a lot of ups and downs along the way.
Yes.
And it absolutely wore us out. Then once we got here to the campground, we walked all over the place trying to find a camping spot that was all taken. And after we walked all over the campsite, we retracked and found the shelter 9
last shelter here
was empty.
It was actually the first shelter we passed as
Yeah.
we were walking into the campground area. So we just, but I could see how we missed it though.
Yeah, it's kind of hidden. They're all kind of hidden, but we made a mistake. We walked past an empty shelter, walked all over the campground trying to find somewhere to camp, and discovered, thankfully, that
yeah, we were headed back over
yes.
to the group sites to just throw up the tent because the 3 camping sites were full, the individual sites. So, but anyway, we got it. We got lucky again.
The hike did take us 7.5 hours, but we added 1.5 miles extra in there just to swing by Ojibwe Tower.
So just campground to campground, and then the extra Ojibwe was like 9.7 miles. So.
9.7 total.
Yeah.
And that don't count all the wandering around.
We do all kinds of side trails, side walking. Yep.
So, been a rough day, and it really makes you wonder, can you make it the rest of the way? But I'm cramping up bad at the moment, but hopefully I'll feel better in the morning.
Yeah, it's kind of rough. It's more rougher than I remember it being in 2015.
Well, we're a little older.
All right, so we're gonna just take you down here to the dock area of McCargoe Cove because the water ferry does come in here, so it's a great big nice area. McCargoe Cove is one of the only campgrounds that, one of the few campgrounds, I should say, that lets you have a community fire ring.
Yep.
So we're going to go down there and see if anybody's hanging out.
And there's also a ferry or a water taxi.
The water ferry,
that comes in here
I said that.
often. Okay, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I'm tired.
I know.
You ready to walk down?
Yeah. All right, guys, here at McCargoe Cove, we've come to refill water. So we use our life straw filters along with our Sawyer Minis. You fill up the Sawyer Mini bag. Those are 13-ounce pouches. You fill those up with water. And then,
ounce.
32 ounce. It's been a long day. I'm tired.
It has been. I try to make sure I don't pick up too many bugs.
Right. But they get filtered. Sawyer Mini will filter them. But there's a filter that you just screw onto the top of it, and you turn the bottle up and you squeeze the bag, and it squeezes through the filter.
By the way, I ran out of water about 45 minutes prior to getting here today. I thought I was going to die of thirst.
We thought we had plenty coming from Daisy Farm, but...
Yeah, we used a lot more than we thought. There were some spots to get some water along the way, but it's swampy water, and I just didn't...
The ranger last night said it was just best to wait to here. He said those inland lakes are about 20 degrees warmer, and as hot as it was today, it sure was refreshing to have a little bit of the cold Superior.
Drinking coffee in hot weather. But this Superior water is...
some of the purest on earth.
It is, and it's cold.
Yeah.
It's so cold, I thought I was going to jump in the water, but I think I've changed my mind.
Yep. They have picnic tables scattered around the edge of the water here at McCargoe, and the community fire ring is here. What a view. Alright, getting up to our little shelter here at McCargoe Cove, shelter number 9. Climbing uphill again. But I like it out here because we're really far away from everybody else, and Daisy Farm was pretty rowdy last night, so it's nice for this one to be quiet tonight. Shelter number 9.